All right, here we are. Now, let's start by checking out, I think I've received an SMS. Yes, there it is. From somewhere on here. Yes, my CEO, Nicholas, has sent me an SMS. And it says, "Dear Alexis, here's an important message from our CEO. Please tap the link using your smartphone." Now, I've received a unique link here, and it's my name up there, so we can send this to thousands of people in an organization. And their name, the individual's name, and their respective link will be visible in this SMS. So let me tap that one. And it will immediately, on one click, take me to what's called our web application. Now, in the web application, I should receive, yes, a text that says, "Welcome to the conference in August. Here's an important message from our CEO. Please press play and then partake in the quiz." So this is for activating people prior to the event. So let me do that. I'll go ahead and press play.
Hi everyone. Hope you're doing really good during your summer vacation. This short message just to remind you of our big meeting in August. We will focus during our meeting on cooperation and interactivity, and hence we have a little bit of information that we'd like to send to you. So please take part of it in the quiz attached to this message.
All right, so I should probably choose done there. And then here it says, "Click here to start quiz after video." So let me do that. And it says loading. Okay, there's a ticking clock. It says focus. What will be our 3 main focus areas for the upcoming year? Finances, cost cutting, and geographical expansion. Geographical expansion, focus on active learning and off-site. Marketing, branding, and PR. So, I think I know the answer, but let me try marketing, branding, and PR. Sorry, incorrect answer. So maybe I should go speak to a colleague or something to get more information on what we're going to talk about. Okay, closing that. In what markets are we focusing our expansion for the coming year? Germany and UK, Ireland, France and Germany, UK and Holland. Okay, so let me get that one there. That was correct. 10 points are yours. Interesting. Thanks for partaking in the quiz. Now, please find 2 colleagues and discuss your expectations for the upcoming event. Summarize your thoughts here. So it says type here. All right, so let me go find 1 or 2 colleagues. Now we're in the middle of the summer here, so I hope I can find people. I don't think they're in the office. Let's see. Yep, I found Christian in the tech department. So Christian, we're supposed to summarize our thoughts on the upcoming event. So what do you think? What do we want to see happening there?
Yeah, my main goal for the conference is getting to know the
other people at the event. Yeah,
exactly.
So networking and things like that.
Yeah, networking and mainly. Yeah.
Okay, so networking, maybe also like the expansion where we're going for.
Yeah, I'm really interested in hearing more about like London and Denmark and.
Denmark also.
And all the news regarding our expansion.
Denmark. Okay, London, good. Okay, how about something else? Maybe, do you know if you guys will have like a tech update? Probably, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
I really want to hear that, so.
And I definitely want a lot of feedback from my colleagues.
Good, all right.
Not just from the Stockholm office, but from the.
Also from
all the other offices.
From the other. I have my spelling thing here. Also from other offices. Good, so I'll send that. Yes, thank you. See you at the conference. Perfect. All right, Christian, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Take care, man. Okay, so let's see, let's move on here now. I have set up a screen here where we can see that what we wrote, networking expansion Denmark London tech update, is sent in to a feed that can be followed live. Now this is live. If I look here, what I see now are the expectations that people have been sending in. I can also look at what they have been answering at the quizzes. So quiz number 1, what people think that we were going to talk about. 40% have replied marketing branding, and 60% the correct answer, which was geographical expansion. Great. So we know that. Now let's look at quiz 2. Yeah, okay, so here 60% have replied the correct answer. Okay, so this is what's happening in the web application. Okay, so moving on. Now you've seen what the web application looks like. We should now go in and take a look at one of our games. So we're starting with Deadline. Deadline is a case-oriented business dilemma game where teams are asked to partake and to help a clothing company plan the procurement of garments from a certain market. This is what they see when they start the game. They're ready to get started, select start and tap send. And this is a game that we've created for these tabs. These tabs are ours. Now this is some background. We read this out loud. You're on the leadership team of a clothing company that designs, produces and sells a fashion brand. This tablet will lead you through the game. Use the tab and the 14 documents at your disposal. So here they are and up on the screen up here, okay? This is typically played in groups of 4 to 6 people. So this small room would contain 4 to 6 people. A little bit about scrolling and so forth. Okay, now the tab gives very clear instructions. So it's you just give the tab to the teams and they'll take care of themselves. So we have a short exercise here where it says we should write Adam 2, and I'll do that. Make sure that I'm doing that correctly. Good, and then it asks for a password, which a person from stage will give out. So last time we did this was for 600 people, 100 teams. It is early morning, April 1st. You have a total order of 20,500 pieces and you need to get going. Your mission is to buy 42 bales of cotton today from one of the countries that produces cotton. Decide how to transport the cotton to a spinning factory. Produce all the clothes. We don't know the final deadline yet. The minimum time for the actual spinning production is 10 working days. Now reply understood. Pricing exercise. Let's begin with the procurement of cotton. In order to make a decision about where to buy the cotton, you must be able to calculate the prices. We have randomly selected 4 countries for you to practice on. What does it cost to buy 42 bales from these countries? Pakistan, Peru, India, and China. So let me check here. We have cotton purchasing facilities. We have custom rules. Here are the world cotton prices. And they're asking us to check out Pakistan, Peru, India, and China. Peru, India, and China. And here we are in April, so I'll check the prices there. Cotton is sold in bales. One bale weighs 220 kilos. We should buy 42 bales, so it's a mathematical exercise. And I don't know the answer here, but I'm going to try one out and see if that's correct. Incorrect. One more try. Okay, so I have one more try to do that. Very good. Well done. Okay, so I didn't know that, but now you know how to calculate cotton. Continue with your main task until a new message arrives. Okay, so this is what Deadline looks like. You have a world map where you take a look at all the things where you can transport cotton all over the world. And this is an exercise just to get people going. So that's that. Moving on, we will take a look at another game here, which is our Valuation game. Okay, so here, same thing here. We typically have a lot of people sitting down in groups of approximately 5. In this case, they're given this map with the company's values written on the right-hand side, and the tabs guide them through the task. So here again, there's an exercise where we write Adam 25. There we go, we send that in, and then it takes us through the process. It also asks us to use the camera in this case. So there we're taking pictures. And that's just to make the game a little bit more fun. Done there. Now I've skipped forward here. So your task, we start here, rolling our dice. And then moving our game piece to the middle of the game board. Okay, so because we are starting now on place 1. So here we are. I'll roll the dice, and I received 5. So that's 4 to 6, and celebrities. So we're starting out the game with some fun, fun questions. Who is this person? I think it's Benedict. Well done, correct. Okay, so we get the conversation going by having people discuss different things to see what they know. Incorrect, the year of 2011. And then this is Katy Perry, and the game moves on. And then after a little while, it will ask us to move to the star. Great, now move your game piece to space number 2. Okay, here we are. Space number 2, and then it asks us to confirm. And then, how do you spell the name of the city in China where Toby has his office? This question is designed for the customer, that is Toby Dynavox. And so first, on these spaces, you get questions about the company, facts, and things that are good to know. Here, on the black spots, are where you partake in cases. This is where we spend most of our time, and we discuss in groups, and we're going to take a look at what people have been writing in this exact exercise for Toby with Dynavox a little bit later. Now, let's move on to our customer centricity workshop, where we use tabs again. Welcome to this workshop on customer centricity. And this tab will guide you through the process. All right, so let us start here to see how it starts out. Great. All right, so from stage they give you a password, and then I think the workshop starts. Now it starts with a video that you play. And this video is just to get things, conversation going. It's supposed to be fun, get people laughing. Maybe you recognize this film. So once you've watched that video, we start the workshop in customer centricity. And there I'm going to switch. Here they ask you to discuss your own customer experiences. We've all had good and bad customer experiences. And discuss what made them good and what made them bad. And a little bit later in the game, you are asked to play a video that has to do with understanding your customers.
Can you give us an example of a company that really understands this? And if you have one, maybe example of a company that didn't get this and has failed.
So a great example that actually is in the book is actually Best Buy and Circuit City, both in the same exact space, trying to sell consumer electronic.
And this workshop continues for an hour, and after a while the teams are given tasks and different puzzles and things to solve. For instance, they're supposed to place these cards on the correct spaces on this sheet to understand the difference between customer centricity and product centricity, so really get their minds around the theory behind customer centricity before they start discussing things happening in their own company. So for instance, it says here, what is, of these two questions, which one is customer centric and which one is product centric? What communication channels should we use towards our customers? That's one type of question. In what way do customers want to get in touch with us? Well, in this case, the way customers want to get in touch with us, that's the customer perspective, so that's correct in the customer centric box. And what communication channels should we use is product centric. And then you put these out there, and you make a sum, you add up the numbers, and that gives you a total number that you enter into the tab, and if it's correct, it gives you points, and you get to keep on going with the workshop. Now, that was that, and then we're moving on to looking at the dinner game. The dinner game is just a game to be played at dinners, just to get the conversation going. Welcome to the dinner game. Select OK, tap the send button. This shows how the system can be used to make different choices, high and low risk and so forth, that make the game more fun. It's also used when we use quizzes to to make people discuss things that are happening in the company. Select the difficulty level. An easy challenge gives 10 points, a difficult one 20 points. So let's take difficult music and entertainment. And here we go. Don't forget that you can scroll down to see the whole text. Typically the first question is quite easy. Who is this movie star? Well, this is Clooney. So that was easy, just to get people going. And then it gets a little bit more difficult. International news. This I remember. This is Snowden. And then it keeps on going. And you take high and low risk. Alright, so now finally let's go take a look over here to see what's happening on our screen. Now first of all we have the statistics view that I showed you earlier, that shows us what people answer to different questions. Now in our case we only had 3 questions, but you can flip through this and there are other examples that I'll be showing later on how this works. Here's an example of the advanced business game Deadline, where a group of, I think it was 15 teams played in this case, and we have shown exactly what it is they answer in different sections of the game, and then sum up to give a ranking of which teams that won. In this case, Team 13 won. They gave the correct answer concerning the cotton price, and they gave the correct main answer, which was India via Maputo. They had a few different correct answers. That one was very, very well done. And the total cost that they calculated was $28,239, which is quite low. So so that was well done. So they won. They're in the top. Here we can see the customer centricity workshop, how it's built. Now here you have all the events where you have an intro, a password, where we have the films uploaded, and you can go in here and you can build different things. You can go discuss your own customer experiences. We write here, we give time, deadlines, ticking clocks and so forth, and we build everything from scratch. Now, for instance, there's one part in this workshop called Summarize the Problems You Identified among Your Own Clients. And here we have, for instance, a client that we've worked with, which is called SuperPay, where one of the problems is to convert, that their clients have, is to convert complexity to simplicity by consulting. Here, it's important to listen to the client and really understand what the actual problem is. Repeat, confirm, and get back with a solution. Here's a good answer. Technical solution, a lot of suppliers, hard to understand, delivery problems. This is payment solutions. So this is one of the good answers. And management can go in and look at this and give feedback to the teams. Now here we have the value-based case game, where we had 6 different cases that the teams were supposed to work on. Here's one case describing a problem that Tobii Dynavox had in social media, and based on the values that Tobii has, the teams were supposed to write down a recommendation. For instance, marketing would immediately address her concerns, explain the process of funding, put her directly in touch with funding contact, and so forth. Best customer experience possible. And here we can, for instance, use things like enable stars, so that we can put stars on different answers and keep them and show only the starred messages. Things like that. We can also show timestamps and play around with this. Here is a leaderboard showing a dinner game, what teams that are in the lead, and here's another game of ours where teams are out playing, and there are also pictures that are uploaded using the tabs. So that's more or less it. This tool is huge, so there's a lot to see and a lot to learn, but we will be explaining more when we see you again. Thank you.